In this video, I'm going to describe how I use an app called Gaia GPS to not only track the various drives that I make around Australia and other countries to trout fish, but also how I track the actual fishing that I perform on the water using my Garmin watch, and how I bring both of those separate aspects together into a single app. Note the icon to open the app Gaia GPS on my iPad. What you can see here is a visual representation of all of the various routes that I drive for the fishing that I perform. On the bottom left-hand corner, you can see the trip icon, and the trip icon basically is the map view. On the actual map screen, there is an arrow icon which allows you to collapse or re-show the trip screen. The record option is what I use to record drives. In the full map view, what you're able to do is you're able to scroll out. And what you can see here is all of the adventures that I have made up and down the East Coast for fly fishing purposes. Far up north, that little wiggle over there, that's Uncle Billy's. And far down south, all that driving around there are the various dams for Millbrook Lakes. If you expand even further out, we can head over to New Zealand, and you can see the two trips that I've made to New Zealand. The first trip, which was made in 2024, based out of Lumsden, with Scotty of Wilderness Fly Fishing, Scotty and Chris of Wilderness Fly Fishing. And you can see the various rivers that I've fished. Those are the blue. Those are all the various stretches or the various beats of river that I've fished. If we also head up to the north of the South Island, we can see the fishing trip this year, 2025, with Ashley and Justin. And that's where I was based out of Moroya and fishing the Moroya River. And you can see all the various different stretches there that I fished and how I connected them together. All drives and all fishing expeditions are saved in the saved folder. I changed the color of drives to black and fishing expeditions to blue. All of my fly fishing adventures are recorded using a Garmin Fenix 8 watch, and these recordings of my fishing and of the fish caught are stored in Garmin Connect. And I have a procedure by which I rename these files using a particular naming convention and then export them in order to import them into Gaia GPS. The files are named and I then copy the file name. The file can also be renamed by clicking on the Edit button. After having renamed the file, I then export the file as a GPX. Once the export is complete, this downloads icon displays. Click on the downloaded file in order to open it. Once the file has been opened, it can then be exported into the Downloads folder in the Files app on your iPad. Once I've navigated to the Downloads folder, I then rename the file using the file name that I've already copied. The file is now saved in the Downloads folder. Open up Gaia GPS and then navigate to the Saved section. Within the folder screen, click on the three dots at the top right-hand corner of the screen and then hit Import File. Hitting Import File allows you to navigate to the Downloads folder and identify your file and import it. I then edit the file name, and once I've edited the file name, I change the color to blue for fishing or black for driving. In Gaia GPS, I'm then left with the beat that I fished, as well as the drive to and from the Airbnb. I hope that you find this little tutorial to be useful and that it helps you to get more value out of Gaia GPS. I do have a paid subscription for Gaia GPS, and I'm sure that many of these features do require a paid subscription.
Guys, it's not about dating the cool guy. Not anymore. It's about dating the gadget guy. It's about dating the gadget guy. He's prepared, dude, and he fixates on things, but it's like really endearing. And he can camp. And he loves to fish and be outdoors. And like, you think he's up to no good, but like in reality, he's just like building a shelf and digging a hole.